All right, let's dive into something that's, well, it's a total game changer for electric cars. We're talking about a leap in technology so big, it basically rewrites the entire rulebook. And this isn't just about a slightly better battery, you know? This is about fundamentally changing how we think about energy itself.
So, let's start with a basic question. When you think about an EV battery, what do you consider a good lifespan? 10 years? Maybe 15? What's the number that pops into your head that would make you feel like you got your money's worth? Just keep that number in mind.
Okay, so for a while now, the gold standard, what the industry's been aiming for, is right around 500,000 miles. And let's be honest, for most of us, that's way more than enough, right? The battery would easily outlast the car's body, the suspension, pretty much the whole car.
But of course, engineers are never satisfied, so for the past few years, the big, audacious goal, kind of the holy grail of battery tech, was to crack that million-mile barrier. The magic number was about 1.2 million miles. That was seen as the absolute pinnacle of battery durability.
And then, CES 2026 rolls around, and this company, Donut Lab, gets up on stage and drops a bombshell that honestly sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. They claimed they've built a battery that can last for over, get this, 21.7 million miles. Nope, that's not a typo. I'll say it again, 21.7 million miles. Just, wow.
So, what does a number that huge even mean in the real world? It's a jump that's so massive it forces us to completely rethink our relationship with our cars, with energy, with everything.
This chart really puts it all into perspective. On the far left, you've got your standard lithium-ion batteries, and even the really good long-life LFP batteries. Both are impressive for sure, but look at that new claim of 21.7 million miles. It's not just another step on the ladder, it's a whole new skyscraper. It makes that old holy grail of a million miles look like a rounding error.
To try and wrap our heads around this, think about it this way. If you're an average driver, doing about 13,500 miles a year, this battery would last for over 1,600 years. 1,600! We're talking long enough to power your car, your kid's car, their kid's car, and then like 50 more generations after that. It's just mind-boggling.
So you have to be asking, how in the world is this even possible? It really does sound like magic, but it's all grounded in some absolutely brilliant chemistry and material science. So let's peel back the layers and get into the science.
Okay, so a huge piece of this puzzle is the cathode. The best way to think about it is, imagine an old battery's cathode is like a fragile mosaic, right? Made of all these tiny little crystal tiles. Every single time you charge and discharge the battery, those tiles expand and shrink, and eventually they just start to crack. It's inevitable. But this new approach, it's completely different. They make the cathode as one single, solid crystal. It's more like a solid pane of glass instead of that mosaic. So it can expand and contract all at once without forming those tiny, life-killing microcracks.
And the cleverness doesn't stop there. The scientists have basically given every single part of the battery a major upgrade. The anodes now use this cool silicon-carbon mix that can hold 10 times more energy without falling apart. And that liquid electrolyte inside, it's been replaced with a solid ceramic that won't catch fire, which makes things so much safer. It's a total system overhaul, with every single piece designed to last.
What's more, the whole industry is working really hard to get away from using cobalt, which is expensive and has a lot of issues tied to it. So we're seeing these new chemistries that use really common stuff like iron and manganese and even organic compounds. This means these super batteries aren't just tougher, they're also on track to be cheaper and a heck of a lot more sustainable to make.
But here's the catch. Inventing a revolutionary battery is one thing. That's a massive achievement. But actually putting it to use in the world, well, that means you have to build a whole new world around it.
Just think about it for a second. A battery this powerful is going to support some crazy fast charging, but a single charging station could pull as much power as a small town. That means we need some serious upgrades to the power grid. We'll also need smart tech that lets these batteries push power back to the grid when it's needed. And we're even starting to see early tests of roads that can charge your car while you're driving on them. The whole system has to evolve.
And it goes beyond the physical stuff too. There are all these economic and legal puzzles that we have to figure out before you and I can actually get our hands on this kind of technology.
For this to really take off, a few things are absolutely critical. First, the cars have to be affordable. We can't have $1 million battery in a $30,000 car. We'll need a totally standardized way to prove that a used battery with, say, 150,000 miles on it is still basically brand new. We'll need digital passports to track a battery's entire life story.
And, maybe most importantly, we need really clear laws about who's responsible for this thing in 50, 100, or even 200 years.
And all of this leads to what might be the most fascinating idea of all. When you have a piece of technology that's designed to last for over 1,000 years, it's not really a disposable part anymore, is it? It becomes something else.
A 2026 industry report just nails it. It says that a battery this durable becomes a permanent, multi-generational asset. Let that sink in. The battery isn't just for the car anymore. Its value goes way, way beyond the life of the vehicle it's in.
This is where the whole idea of a second life battery comes in. So, imagine your car finally gives up the ghost after 20 or 30 years. The body is rusted, the seats are torn, but the battery pack inside? It's still holding almost all of its original charge. You could just pull it out and use it to power your house, or maybe your great-great-great-great-grandkid's house for centuries.
So let me just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. If the battery in your car, the most valuable part of it, is built to last longer than you, your kids, and even their kids, did you just buy a car part, or did you accidentally invest in a family heirloom?